This is the complete process of how I trade every day. And I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, Nick, I can't hear you. I can't hear you because I'm really talking loud. So I have to go actually get my microphone here so you guys can hear me a little bit better. Now I can actually talk nice with a late night DJ radio voice and get up close and personal and show you guys here my daily analysis here. So let's go ahead and share the screen. We're going to go ahead and go straight to the charts right now. I don't want to waste any time because what I'm about to show you here in this video is literally the daily process I do every single day for my swing trading approach. Now, for swing trading, it's just daily support resistance zones. That's essentially what it boils down to. I'm paraphrasing and simplifying the F out of this. There is obviously a little bit more nuance and subtleties and stuff to this, and I'll zoom up real close just so you can see all the details and all the pores here on my face here. We'll keep it super high production quality with this $5,000 Canon EOS R webcam that I'm using. So I can't guarantee you anything. Trading is risky. Most people lose money. That's probably you. You're probably not the exception to the rule. You shouldn't listen to anything I'm saying. I'm just showing you what works for me and what has worked for me for the past 5 years. That's literally it. You can follow all these trades in my free Telegram channel by, after this video is over, clicking the link in the description. It's the first one. And I literally just share all my daily updates, trade analysis, and everything here in this free Telegram channel. You can just check that out after this video, but make sure you watch this video so that way you actually know how I trade first. So here's what I do. I go to the daily time frame, okay? Then I play rock, paper, scissors, and then I put 5 moving averages on my chart and 16 trend lines. I'm just kidding. I look at where current market price is, and I just draw a support and resistance zone close to where current price is, where I think it could go. If price starts pushing further up here to the upside, what I'll do is I'll simply draw a support resistance zone up here. And I just wait for price to get to the next major zone. That's literally it. We're currently really close to this one. I actually missed my entry on this one. I was sleeping, so I didn't get an entry here. But I'll just wait for price to get to one of these zones. And once it gets close to one, I'll set an alert. So that way TradingView notifies me and sends a push notification to my beautiful iPhone, which is sitting right here, whenever a trade setup is getting close. There's my iPhone. There's my cute little dog, Ruby, right there. So that's right here on Euro USD. GBP USD, let me show you how simple this is. We just hit a daily zone. I actually sold up here and just closed at a small loss this morning. This is my Forex.com account. Where's the... Oh, great. It's not even going to show it here. You can't even see your P&L. Oh, how beautiful. Never mind. I lost a couple $100 on this one, so it wasn't a big deal. It pushed up above the daily high. Looking to get net short again or long right here at this daily zone. And all I do is I simply just wait for price to get into these major zones, and then they either bounce or they don't. So that's it. Euro JPY, I'm going to set an alert right here at this support zone to look to buy when it gets there. GJ. I'm going to set an alert right here. If price gets to that zone, I'm going to look to buy there. There's resistance a bunch of times and turned to support. USD JPY. We just bounced at this next resistance zone. I was actually short this morning and I closed it around break even before the news came out. We had a big news event came out to show you guys how much price spiked. It's pretty wild. This crazy shit right here. No thank you. So now that price could come down here to this next zone, what I will do is I will just set an alert about halfway through the zone. That's normally where my alerts go. Then if price gets there, you can look to buy. AUD US dollar, we've rejected the daily resistance, so I'll go ahead and add an alert here to buy here at this next zone. USD Canadian dollar, I'll add an alert back here to this daily support. Also one at this daily resistance up here. It's kind of a weird zone, but I mean, it's still like, it found resistance right there, resistance here, support here. Broke through it twice, so it's still overall a decent zone. There's this little zone in here. I'll wait for price to get down there and see if we can buy. New Zealand dollar, US dollar, we're currently sitting at the zone right now. So I'm going to go ahead and just drag this to the top here, and that's probably going to be a trade that I literally enter here, right here on this. You'll see me actually enter a trade. USD CAD, we've already done that. Got the alert set. USD CHF, price is already at the support zone right now. I'm going to set an alert here at this resistance zone. And then I'm going to zoom my camera out just a little bit. And I'm going to raise my little standing table up a little bit higher to get the microphone close to my face so that I don't have to hold it the entire freaking time. Here we go. Super high production quality for y'all today here with the standing desk raised up to my face and a super good aperture on the camera that we can get all the detail. My contrasted black glasses and gray sweater and black hoodie. So for USD CHF, I'm going to set an alert right here in the middle of the zone. I'll simply buy when it gets there, or I'll sell when it gets to resistance. We'll talk about risk structure here in a second. In fact, I'll show you whenever I enter the live trade
that I'm about to enter right now. Euro GBP. This could be a zone. It's kind of far in the past, so I'm just going to leave it alone. I'm going to set an alert here at this resistance zone to sell if price gets there. Euro AUD. I'd love to sell at this resistance zone. I already have an alert sitting right there that I placed before this call. I so selfishly placed it before I started this little session thing here. And then if price comes down, I'll just look to buy here at these lows. It's a daily support zone. It's just daily support and resistance. Nothing fancy, nothing crazy. EuroCAD, I'm going to look to buy if price comes into this zone. I think that would be a deep enough test, and an invalidation or stop or hedge would have to just go below that previous low. GBP AUD, we're almost done, as you can see. This barely takes any time. Current market price is bouncing here at this zone right here. I don't know if this is a good enough zone. It doesn't look horrible. I don't know. I think it's likely to go up from here. It's actually a trade I'll probably end up getting into right now. So 2 trades. You get to see me take 2 trades right now. Most likely. AUD CAD. I'm going to set an alert here at this resistance again. Almost got there today, but didn't quite get there. And alert at this support to buy if price gets down into that zone. GBP CAD. I'm going to delete this one here. I think price is likely to come down to this little support again. So I'm going to wait for price to come down here. Then I'll probably look to buy right there. Be a break and retest in the daily. Euro New Zealand dollar. So price could come up to this zone. And I will have an alert right there. Or it could come down to this next support. There's actually a support what it looks to be like right here, where current market price is at. I don't know if this zone is going to hold though, because it's kind of weird. Like you see it, there's like that spike past it here, and there was this spike past it here. I don't know. I do know this one down here looks really nice. I'd like to trade that if that occurs. For now, I could totally see price hooking back around and coming up into this zone. So I might just go ahead and just enter that anyway, maybe with a little bit lower risk. All right, so CHF JPY. So for CHF JPY, we're currently at a zone here. Looks like price has already tried to bounce here a couple times and it's failed to really take off. So I don't know, we might bounce, we might not. It's sitting there at a zone. The next one is down here, so I'm going to set an alert. And you know what, we'll just go ahead and take this one anyway because it's technically still at a zone and I would still be in this trade had I gotten long. I would still be in it, so take it. GBP CAD waiting for us to come in here. AUD CHF, we just exited a daily zone. I'm going to set an alert back at the daily zone. If we can get a quick retest here before it makes the move down, I'll look to sell. And if price doesn't do that, then I'll just wait for price to come here around these lows. And then I'll look to buy right there. Very, very complicated, right? Buying at support, selling at resistance. GBP New Zealand dollar. This is actually good to go long on right now. I'll probably enter that right here in this call. All right, sweet. So GBP CHF. I'm going to disregard this zone. I think it's going to go down from here, but even if I do, it's kind of already left the zone. The zone's looking kind of weird. I want to drag this to the bottom, to the pit of hell, where I'm just not going to trade it. So AUD New Zealand dollar, we're coming back here into the zone. I think this is less likely to bounce just because it's tried to bounce here and then came straight back, kind of a little dead cat bounce where it's not really working. I'm going to set an alert here at the next zone, but even then I don't know if that will work either. So we'll have to see. Maybe a break a retest of this support to turn into resistance. New Zealand dollar CHF. This is currently at a resistance zone, so I personally think it's still likely to go short. I'll go ahead and get into that here on this call. CAD JPY. I don't see anything on CAD JPY, AED JPY, NZD JPY, or GBP CHF. I just don't see any clear zones. So those are my 4 pairs that I'm just like, nope. And in fact, I'm going to create a specific section just for them called nope, because there's no zones. When there's no zones, don't try to trade something. It's just that simple. If it just looks stupid, don't be stupid. Don't trade it. Just wait. All right. So let's get into a few trades here. So I'm on this account right here. This is a VT Markets account. I've started this account at 50K and I've currently lost, looks like $23,000, 22,000, like a little over 22K. I grow accounts from 50K to 100K and I do it over and over. Last month was my first down month I've had in 15 consecutive back-to-back months. So a little bit of a setback here. I gave back like maybe like 20K last month, and I've made like 815K over the past year and a half. So I gave back less than 3% of it last month. So, it is what it is. It's going to have up months and losing months and winning months and everything. So for now, so let's go ahead and enter this. So let's see. First trade we're going to take is NZDUSD, and for these I'm going to be risking $500 each. Normally I'll risk 1,000 to 2,000, but since I've lost some on the account, I have to lower the risk to like make the likelihood of blowing it significantly lower. Wow, that took a really long time, but I finally entered the trades and I'll show you them all here. So I'll share screen, go over to my terminal. These are all the trades that I'm in, the lower left-hand side of the screen. So I've just entered them all. I'm going to go through them piece by piece to show you exactly how I've entered and managed these trades. So here's what I'm doing. On the chart right here, these are the 6 trades I'm in. Each of them have a £500 risk on this account. And I've sold, for example, New Zealand dollar, US dollar. I've sold here thinking it'll bounce. And if it goes down, I'll make a big profit. And if not, it'll get me hedged at a $500 loss. If I get hedged right there, I have plenty of other videos on hedging if you don't know what hedging is. If I get hedged right there, I'll just wait for price to come back to this zone. Then I'll close the sell at break even and leave the buy. And hopefully it'll bounce. And if not, it breaks below, I'll get re-hedged again. If it breaks above and gets hedged and continues to the next zone, I'll just wait for it to get up here to these highs. Then I'll close the buy, hedge, and profit, and then I'll add a sell. Then if it bounces there, I'll just break even on the sells, and I'll make a big profit on the buy. That's that. New Zealand dollar CHF, I've sold here. If it breaks above, I'll hedge, wait for the next zone, manage the hedge, and if it bounces here, cool. GBP NZD, if it bounces here, cool. If it breaks the zone, I'll get hedged to the next zone, then manage the hedge. GBP AUD, I'm in a buy. If it bounces here, it'll go up to the previous highs. I'll probably take profit there. If it breaks this zone, then I'll get hedged, and then I'll just wait for the next zone down here. Then I'll probably close the hedge and profit and add a buy. Euro New Zealand dollar, I bought here, and if it breaks, I'll get hedged. Hopefully wait for the next zone, close the hedge and profit, add a buy. And if it just bounces up here to the next zone, I'll then close that and profit and then just put a sell. GBP or CHF JPY, I've bought here. If it breaks below here, it'll get me hedged. Then I'll wait for the next zone, or I'll wait for a break or retest to manage the hedge. And if it bounces here, probably take profits there around that previous high, and then potentially even sell right there. So that's it. Those are those trades. Simple buys at support and sells at resistance with pending hedge orders in place to control risk, and my dynamic risk management structure that makes everything nice and juicy most of the time. So we'll see how these go. That was my analysis. Simple daily trades along with some simple entries and stuff. It did take me a second to put all these in, I had to go the position size calculator and calculate everything and get it all planned out. But yeah, so now it's all done. Everything's all set. Now it's just a matter of waiting for them to play out. About half of these trades will win, and about the other half of them will get hedged, and I'll wait for the next zone. And then since I have like a 50-50 win rate, at the next zone, it's just as likely to bounce, 50-50. So then I'll just close whatever trade's profitable in profit, and then I'll add to the losing position. Then if it bounces there, which it will 50% of the time, then I'll roll out of those trades and everything will be a net profit. And if it breaks the third or second zone and goes into a third entry or whatever, I'll wait for the third zone, and then I'll manage to trade there. And eventually, since it's 50-50, eventually it'll bounce somewhere. And when it does bounce somewhere, I'll make a net profit. This is what I've been doing for like the past year and a half. Works great. That's it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Cheers.